There's some of this knowledge. Okay. I believe Greek mythology is real. I believe it's 100% real. Pegasus, Minotaur, Sagittarius, whatever the hell they are. So, and it proves the Bible real, okay? Because what did Satan say? I will place my throne far above the mountains. What is Mount Olympus? Mount Olympus is the God's palace above the mountains in the sky. Okay. I believe Greek mythology, they didn't have Bibles. They didn't have the Bibles. They didn't know what the fuck God was. They didn't know the Bible. They didn't have no knowledge of angels. So when the angels came down, the fallen angels first came down, Zeus, Poseidon, all that shit, they thought they were real gods because they did not truly know God. They didn't know what angels were, so they started worshiping them. And they came down, and they started fucking crossbreeding shit. Pegasus, an eagle and a horse. Minotaur, a person and a bull. The one, a person and a horse. I believe the battle of Mount Olympus, the giants versus the gods, wasn't the fallen angels. The gods were not the fallen angels. I believe they were God's true angels, the ones that are still there with him today. I believe that they were battling the Nephilim. And then it says they locked them in hell. They locked them in Hades. So they battled them and locked them up. But believe this. Greek mythology, I believe they didn't know what God was. They didn't know God was real. They didn't know what angels were. So I believe it was 100% real. Greek mythology is 100% real. I believe those are testimonies of what people actually saw during the fallen angels, when the fallen angels came down and did magic and all that stuff. I believe Greek mythology is telling what they actually seen. But they didn't understand they were fallen angels, so they didn't call them fallen angels, they called them gods. Zeus, Poseidon. They weren't actually gods there, they were fallen angels. And I believe the Greek mythology is 100% real, but I believe they didn't know what things were. Because they didn't have the Bible. They didn't even have the Testament yet. The 10 Commandments. They didn't even have the 10 Commandments yet. They didn't know who God was. And mermaids. Mermaids were the wives of the fallen angels. They were the wives of the fallen angels. They got cursed because they were practicing magic, and they were also the wives of fallen angels. I believe Greek mythology proves the Bible real. Because if you look at that, I want all of you to search Greek mythology. I want you to read that, okay? Read Greek mythology, and then I want you to take the knowledge of the Bible first. Fallen angels are coming down from heaven. God's angels are battling the Nephilim, and Satan said he'd place his throne high above the mountains, which is where's Mount Olympus? Where do the gods reside? The Greek gods reside up on Mount Olympus, far above the mountains, all the way up in the sky. But what do y'all think? Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. Listen, baby, God bless. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Jesus Christ saved you. God loves you. It's never too late to repent for your sins, change your way from judgment, then the rapture is coming soon. And I believe Greek mythology truly proves the Bible is real. Because when you read Greek mythology, have in mind that the fallen angels, the Greek gods, weren't Greek gods. They were fallen angels. But if you never seen God and you never knew God or the angels were, imagine you don't know anything. You don't know angels, you don't know gods, any of that stuff. And you're just walking around and you see great beings coming out of the sky. You would instantly think, yo, and they start doing magical things. You think instantly, yo, there's gods right there. So I believe Greek mythology proves the Bible real, and I believe the gods of Greek mythology were actually the fallen angels, and it tells the story of what those people truly witnessed during the fallen angels, why they were down here and stuff, and were given knowledge and all that shit. Stuff that's left out of the Bible. But I believe it proves the Bible real. I just believe they didn't know what things were at the time. They didn't know that gods were actually fallen angels. They didn't know all that. But God bless. What do y'all think? Until next time, leave a comment, like, sub, and have a nice day. God bless.